that we still have 12 days left with Governor Cuomo. Seen some lawmakers say they have some skepticism, some concerns about what these next 12 days may entail from a governor that has been somewhat abrasive or retributional. What concerns do you have about the next 12 days?
Well, I think people should keep a very close eye on him after everything he's done. And I don't know why it needs to be 12 days, honestly. I think we're all ready to move on, and I think the quicker we can move on, the better at this point. Juliet.
Yes, do you think there should be impeachment hearings?
I think there has to be accountability, whatever form that takes. You had 11 brave women come forward and take a huge risk in the process, and we all owe them a debt of gratitude. They deserve accountability. That is one of the many truly troubling things that happened here, what happened to those 11 women. But we still have huge questions on the nursing homes and the cover-up, on whether vaccines were given as a political favor. Supplies were provided to allies and withheld from those the governor didn't favor. I mean, there's huge, huge questions here. There has to be further accountability.
Do you think, though, accountability can come in the other investigations? The Attorney General is continuing her investigation into the book deal. The feds are still looking at nursing homes. The DAs or prosecutors are looking at the harassment allegations. So is impeachment, given that he's leaving office, still the best way to go, or best way to spend city money?
Yeah, it's not state. Yeah, obviously. I don't have a particular sense of the best way to create accountability. I know we need accountability, and I think you said something important. There's a lot of other entities working on it, and that counts for a lot, depending on whether they pursue these things or not. But I think the important thing for the legislature to consider is what's the best way to achieve accountability. By the way, the governor wasn't the only actor in all this. Others need to be held accountable as well. So it may be one form or another, but what would be a huge mistake is to leave this chapter and not find out exactly what happened and who did it and how to make sure it never happens again. Erin?
Can you just describe when you heard that the governor was resigning? I know you were off on vacation. I know you have a long history with him. What were the sort of emotions that went through your head when you heard that?
I did not expect him to do what I regard as the decent thing and get out of the way. So I was surprised, and I felt a sense of relief for all of us. I thought about the 11 women who came forward who were the reason that justice was served. And I think ultimately the most important thing for us to recognize is these women were vindicated. They said something was horribly wrong. They came forward, and actually an extraordinarily powerful guy, an extraordinarily powerful bullying guy was brought down because they stood up. And I think that's the most important thing here. Go ahead.
And, Lieutenant Governor Hochul announced this morning that she will be running for a full term. What are your thoughts on the next governor, and are you considering running yourself?
Look, right now, obviously, in addition to the heat before us right now, I'm focused on getting us through fighting COVID, fighting the Delta variant, bringing the city back. That's my focus. There's plenty of time to sort out everything else. Bobby.
There's been a lot of talk the last couple days about Governor Cuomo's legacy. I wonder if you think you can separate his accomplishments from the scandal, and do you give him credit for any of his accomplishments in office?
Bobby, it's an important question. I can be objective enough to say when even someone I think did horrible things also managed to do some good things in the mix. But let's be clear, he did horrible things. In the end, history will judge him harshly because he amassed power in a way that led to bullying and intimidation and threats. And it's almost Shakespearean in the sense that so much power led to his downfall. No one should have that much power. And it's absolutely meaningful to me that the very effort to dominate everything else in his path undermine whatever good there may have been in his plans. And it's a cautionary tale to everyone. You know, there's actually supposed to be checks and balances. It's democracy, right? You're not supposed to have one person with that much power, and it got the better of him. Go ahead, Bobby.